No Baker, no Winston, no Allen, and no Hodges. Not that bad of a bye week for quarterbacks, but still, we're going to go over quarterbacks. This is stardom and sit-em. I'm going to tell you who's a good start, who's a bad start. You already know this whole thing. Anyway, what's crack-a-lack? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Really helps out the channel. And subscribe. We are on our march to 1 million subs. Yes, 1 million. But anyway, I got a 7-round mock draft coming out either Tuesday or Friday. Takes a lot of work, and I do have a full-time job, so support the channel, help me out. But yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get a large chunk of that done tonight, as far as who I have going where, and then I'm gonna start the graphics today and hopefully finish them tomorrow, and then hopefully at least get the first round recorded and then and edited and all that other stuff. But yeah, I'm hoping to get that out to you as soon as possible. And I mean, oh man, that Ramsey trade, whew, crazy. Anyway, let's talk about the Thursday night game. We got Kansas City, we got Denver, and Flacco, man, he's facing the 24th worst defense when it comes to giving points to the quarterback. I still don't like Flacco, but Pat Mahomes, granted, it's a very tough matchup. That Bronco defense has been playing very well. But it's Patrick Mahomes. You have to start Patrick Mahomes. Next, we're going to talk about Miami versus Buffalo. This is a juicy, just a finger-licking good matchup for Allen. Start Allen. He's got a nice Russian upside too. It's just juicy. And as far as Miami, no, I don't care if it's Rosen. I don't care if it's Fitzpatrick. You don't start Miami players. Next, we got the Rams versus the Falcons. I like Matt Ryan, even if they have Jalen Ramsey, because that offense is staying in the game. They have to throw the ball. Matt Ryan throws the ball a ton. So, yeah, there's that. Goff facing the 31st worst defense when it comes to defending the quarterback. Yeah, Goff should get out of his little funk. He should be not Goff awful. That's funny. Anyway, we got Jacksonville versus Cincinnati. Now, with Minshew, with Uncle Rico, he was bound to have a bad game. The Saints D, they've been playing a lot better in recent weeks. They're one of the better defenses right now in the league. So I expect this to be a pretty good rebound game for him. As far as Dalton, nah, I don't. Yeah, no more Dalton. Minnesota versus Detroit. Cousins, ride the wave. Just ride the wave. Detroit, they're so-so. They're in the middle of the pack when it comes to defending or giving up points to opposing quarterbacks. So I like Cousins. Just ride the wave until it hits you, leads you straight to a brick wall. As far as Stafford, he's in the business of winning games, not winning you fantasy games, unfortunately. Yeah, he's facing Minnesota. They're 10th against opposing quarterbacks, so I think he is a sit. Oakland versus Green Bay. Derek Carr. Just sit Derek Carr. Rodgers, though, this might be a good week. This might not be a bad go. I see this game could be competitive. But the thing is, Oakland, they're very good against the run, despite all their defensive flaws. They're actually pretty good at defending the run. Jones struggled this week. Williams kind of emerged there a little bit, or re-emerged. But I still think Aaron Rodgers is going to have to pass to win this game. I would kind of monitor if Adams is available, because then obviously that helps Rodgers his stats a bunch. But I think he's a good low-end start. Houston versus the Colts. Brissett facing the 26th worst defense. Go ahead and start Brissett. He's a good, safe, reliable option. He's got T.Y. Hilton back, and yeah, the only game he put up under 20 points in half PPR leagues was against Kansas City, where they literally, their whole game plan was run the ball. They have no Chris Jones. We're going to control the clock, and that's what they did. As far as Houston, Watson's hot, man. He's hot, and he has 5 rushing touchdowns on the season. Go ahead and start him. Arizona versus the Giants. Again, we're on another very hot-handed quarterback. Kyler Murray, ride Murray, and then you got Jones. He's facing the 32nd worst defense, the absolutely worst defense when it comes to defending opposing quarterbacks. He could be a sneaky snart. Wow, man, words. It's a tongue twister. A sneaky start this week. San Francisco versus Washington. Garoppolo, he's a low-end start here. Washington, they're not that good at defending the pass, but that's not really what the 49er offense is about. It's about running the ball down your throat because they do it, and they do it well, and they do it well with a ton of different running backs. So, yeah, he's a low-end start if you really don't have no one else. As far as Keenum, just bench Keenum. San Fran's too good against the pass, man. And we got the Chargers versus the Titans. Titans, who are you gonna start? Nobody. I don't care if it's Mariota. I don't care if it's Tannehill. Tannehill, don't start either. It's hard to trust Rivers though. He's facing the 9th best defense when it comes to shutting down quarterbacks. So for me, I think Rivers is a sit this week. Next game we got the Saints, we got the Bears, and man, sit Teddy. This game might not be pretty. Sit Teddy, but Mitch Trubisky, he's back. I don't like Mitch. Don't start Mitch. Let's go to Baltimore versus Seattle. You got to start Lamar Jackson. He's got a huge rushing upside, and that's all he really needs to carry his fantasy points, his fantasy output. And I've been talking about riding the hot hand. There is no quarterback right now in football hotter than Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, he's just a winner. He is a winner, and you know what? The addition of Marcus Peters don't scare me. It don't. And we got Philly versus Dallas. And listen, if you are a Dak owner, it's been kind of rough, but I think you should sit Dak this week. And I know it's a plus matchup against Philly, but they have such a dangerous defensive front. It's really hard to like him until really this offense turns around, and he might be without Cooper. They've struggled to run the ball, which in turn Dak has struggled. He shouldn't have had a touchdown last week because a play or two before that, it should have been picked off in the end zone. So I'm just saying, as far as Philly, this is another matchup I don't really like for Wentz. I mean, the Cowboy defense, they're 6th when it comes to opposing quarterbacks. But if Deshaun Jackson is able to play this game, I think he is a start. That team got beat vertically by Robbie Anderson last week. And if they have Deshaun Jackson, I like it. I like it a lot. And now for the Monday night game, we got Tom Brady and the Patriots versus the Jets. It's Tom Brady. You start Tom Brady. And I know a lot of people probably picked up Sam Darnold, but he will have better matchups after this week. Don't start him this week. The Patriots' defense is just too good. Anyway, that's it for the video. Go ahead, do the YouTube stuff. It's much appreciated, much obliged. Remember, 7-round mock draft. Put in a lot of work. I even got compensatory picks in there, so it's going to be like 200 and almost 50-some players being picked. It's going to be wild. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.